You cut Witch off in
So
the funniest way possible. That was
Yeah, you
so
cut me in the
funny.
middle of my goddamn sentence. You could have waited till I finished
No,
my
it's so
sentence.
we
funny.
gotta stick to a schedule, guys. You know.
What schedule at this point? On Mondays, we usually have to wait for Jake, and we have to wait like 5 minutes.
And also keep in mind, I'm now an hour ahead of all you guys, so I'm gonna be literally staying up
Well,
past
you're not
like
an hour
1.
ahead of Witch.
Oh well,
Yeah,
I
you're an
can't
hour ahead
even.
of
Who's
Witch.
Okay,
there for you, Cryptid?
I'm an hour ahead for Jake and Austin, but I'm even like what 5 hours ahead for which?
What time
You,
is it over there for you?
Right now it's 10:30 right now in my
It's
area.
about a 3-hour time difference.
Okay, 3 hours. Okay, there you go.
Because
Yeah.
keep in mind, I don't know about the rest of the world, but I know we're still in daylight saving times here, and I don't fall under that because of where I live.
Okay.
but audience, we're talking about the what if Marvel did. Which is only two I'm really looking forward to. I'm interested to see if the Runaways don't leave. Don't run away. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I kind of wish it was
They'll
like the
become,
show. What if with the show though? Because the show's version of Parents a little bit more fun for me.
Yeah,
they'll
but I
just
fucking
become the
hate
new
that art
masters.
style though.
Yeah,
They'll just become the new masters of evil. It's been a while. It's been a
that's
while.
what I'm
since we've
thinking
seen
too.
that
I'm
group.
thinking of that too.
It's been such a long while since we saw that, and then gather to get our audience. So yeah.
And the other one I'm mentioning is what if Cassandra Nova kills Xavier,
Oh, that one
because
seems interesting too.
that changes a lot of stuff.
But I'm mostly excited for the Ultimate Universe one and the Runaways one.
Well, probably like the Ultimate Universe one and like the Craven one and something like that. Even like the Cyclops one, is that you have showed us already what happened when these things happen. The Ultimate Universe is alive. It did survive Secret Wars. We've seen it like 4 times now.
Yep.
Cyclops, if he stayed with Marilyn
Look,
Fire, that's a whole storyline.
I haven't seen my fucking favorite ship from that fucking universe since.
That's fair.
I want to see them again. I am currently writing a fic. It is almost done, guys. So stay tuned for when that fic drops. It is almost done. I think I'm gonna add like 2 more little blurbs, and I'm good.
Cribbit.
Well, yeah.
The one I think is the worst one is the one that's like, what if Thor got Spider-Man symbiote?
Oh yeah, I was like, I don't really care for that one, to be honest.
How many variations of a Venomized Thor have we seen over the years?
Haven't we already seen a Venomized Thor several times?
That's what I'm saying. So like, if you wanted to be interesting, you could have had like young Thor get like a symbiote from like early like way back in that time period. Yeah. I don't care about Thor like in the Secret Wars point getting Spider-Man suit.
You know what was the best what if Thor comic they had? It was like, what if the Frost Giants adopted Thor? You know, what if they kill Odin? That's something to
interesting.
Thor. Yeah, he gets like a hammer that's literally a stick with a glacier, but it's an ever-freezing glacier. So, you know?
Mine was the one where he activated Mary Enchantress. It was like the whole like timeline thing.
Oh.
Because I'm a huge Enchantress fan. I don't say it enough because she don't show up enough for it to matter.
She's an icon. I understand completely.
But it's like because Marvel does not, because the MCU more likely kept doing the Jane stuff. So over the years, like Thor's not trying to be with Enchantress or Sif, the only 2 people he really can end up with, and it matters.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I go back to that what if every now and then, like, man, we could have had Thor's mythos could have been like way beyond what it is if it wasn't held back by the MCU stuff.
Also, they just kind of done her dirty though. Like we see her occasionally in the comics. Like the most recent time that I can remember, because I don't really read Thor comics, is in Avengers Academy.
Oh well, they both books come out at the same time. She was in Thor at the same time too.
Yeah, I just don't read a lot of Thor comics. So
yeah.
Before that.
But I bought a Marvel coloring book from like 2010 or whatever the fuck that came out. I went to a dead stock store, by the way, if anyone was curious, and I bought one, and it has my girl Enchantress in there.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kirby. What you about to say?
Yeah, I was about to say the closest we ever got to Enchantress in the MCU was, funny enough, in Age of the Shield with her sister Lorelei.
Yeah, we got her. They did her Lorelai pretty well,
the copycat Enchantress too,
Yeah.
and Loki, but I hate her, so I don't.
We got Enchantress 2, who they just made Loki, and we got the sister, who people didn't care about at the time.
Well, she was Enchantress at that episode. Like, she literally was seducing all men around her, and they were all.
Well, because her powers are
slaves.
similar, but it doesn't work as potent. Like, she had to like blow the kiss and all the other stuff. It was. I don't know, man. The last time Enchantress had a big storyline, like she was in Thor, like the Immortal Thor run, and her and Thor had some moments in here. But before that was I don't know if me and Cryptid I think covered one issue of this. It was like one of the many Carol number ones. And one of those storylines, Cryptid, Enchantress Carol went to the future, and it was a future where a lot of people died and stuff, and Enchantress ended up marrying Namor. And we got the evil son. And that evil son came back in time or something. And he's like here in the somewhere.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. It's been a while since I read Kelly Thompson's Captain Marvel run audience. So yeah. All right, guys. Now that we've got all the giggles out of the way, you guys just want to get started?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will apologize in advance if I'm not fully paying attention. I am going to do laundry. That's all I gotta say. I'm doing laundry.
Gotcha. So anyway, welcome to Contact Live. Yep. Welcome to Contact Live, the news and reviews of the week audience. You're here, me, Cryptid Secret 415. Gubernatorial. Boom. There.
You gotta think of a fancy word.
It's my turn. Just so people know, Cryptid is a little bit out of sync with us. We can't do anything about that. It's just how it is where he is right now. So if you hear us talking, accidentally cutting each other off more than usual, that's what it is. Ace Comics, Bricky Wall, Enchantress is the go with.
Fair enough. I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, pronouns they, he, and I'll catch y'all at Wild Wild West Con in Tucson, Arizona next month. So stay tuned for that. I'm only going for 2 days.
There you go. And together, we are the Phanatics, here to be the news and reviews of the week audience. And our special
mine's an arm because the other one wants to go to school and stuff.
Oh yeah, how dare he prioritize his life? Yeah, how dare he prioritize his life? Anyway, tonight we have some good comics to talk about. I mean, it's been like 2 weeks since we last talked about comics, but
that's kind of crazy. I kind of forgot we missed the week before last as well.
Yep. So we have like some Armageddon teasers issues. We have like some Bleeding Hearts here and there. The finale of 2 Ultimate books with X-Men and Spiderman, and go ahead, Witch. Do the links.
First of all, subscribe to us because I said so, and also because Enchantress said so. So do as she says. You can also find us on Twitter at Comic Phanatics 69. That's where you get all your updates on when we're going live. So we do post at least twice a week. So stay tuned. Anyways, if you want to find me and my bitch ass, you can find me on my Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram at _of_Jotunheim. I am working on some cool cosplay stuff this week before Saturday, so stay tuned for that. You can also find me on Tumblr, Blue Sky, and also Letterboxd and North Star Aria, and you can also find me on other places. And if you're in Tucson, Arizona, the week before the end of March, I will be going to Wild Wild West Con, which is a steampunk convention here in Tucson. It might be its last year, but I can't guarantee anything. So, if you like steampunk and you want to see me dress up as a Vulcan, pull up. I'll be there for Thursday and Friday.
Steampunk is one of the greatest things that are not focused on enough.
Thank you. Can we have a special live where it's just us two talking about steampunk for an hour?
I will. I play so many steampunk games.
I love very steampunk, good. Dude. I'm bringing my Rebecca doll to Wild Wild West Con, dude. It's gonna be great.
Marvel, bring back steampunk Marvel. I've seen all the art you did for every goddamn character. Every character got a steampunk variation. Show me that world.
Also, Disney, if you want to do anything right, if you want to keep doing your live action reboots, give us a live action reboot of Treasure Planet. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just bring back steampunk. I love it so much. And it's dying, and I don't want it to die. So please.
I had a
Treasure
manga
Planet
as a
and John
kid I used to
Burden.
read. It was like I believe it's called Red Sprite. It was it was like my first introduction to steampunk, and I was the next thing I canceled at like 4 issues. I was so sad. I understand canceling as a kid, so I just thought the guy died or something.
Yeah, part of the reason why my wardrobe is the way it is because of steampunk, and also I have those like how-to draw books.
Yeah,
I have that, but steampunk, and the person who made it is the same person who did a lot of the mangaverse stuff. Fun fact.
so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so bring back steampunk 2026, guys.
There you go. Speaking about bringing things back, let's talk about our first comic of the week, which goes back to the 40s, audience. That's right. We're talking about an issue that has your boy Marvel is Lane. Which okay,
I was joking
you
because
know.
we were talking about steampunk, which is Victorian science fiction, dude.
Okay.
Marvel could be in any time era, and I'll be happy.
Question: which did you check this book out?
No, that's why I'm not really gonna be paying attention to this book, only because I plan on reading it when it finishes.
That's
gotcha. Well, give us your insight on the Marvel scenes if you're listening. So anyway, okay, so this is the finale of the issue of Captain America versus Alien. And
I was very surprised. I feel like it felt like we were supposed to get more, but this book doesn't feel as a lot of the other like short books we get when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we were just. I guess it was just
short and sweet.
Yeah, it was just testing the waters, really.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because the opening of this issue is on D-Day, audience. Because in case people need a recap, Red Skull fused himself together with the Xenomorph Queen, so now he's a Xenomorph King, audience. You know?
I think there's Xenomorph on goddamn D-Day, bro. Like, I just need them to. We talk about it every time we talk about this book, but I really just need Marvel to make one giant book or omnibus with every event that happened in World War II in Marvel Comics.
Dude, I can't imagine the weight of that book, man. Seriously. Oh man. But anyway, so yeah, Red Skull is now the Red King, and also they did add a little touch, right, where all the xenomorphs he's creating, they're all now red. Audience. The question is the xenomorph look good as red or black? Tell me, audience.
Wait, what was the question? I'm sorry.
Does the xenomorph look good in red or black?
Preferably black, in my opinion.
Which is not even
but also going back to the World War II omnibus, that bitch has got to be like 3 compendiums, dude.
Oh yeah, I know, man.
You're gonna need a compendium for that bitch.
It'll be a hassle. So anyway, the Allies are overwhelmed by the forces of the Xenomorphs, and right now Captain America and Marvel themselves have their hands full with the Red King. Yikes. And even like Arnim Zola makes a pop up here, and he fights against Bucky, and it's here you discover that it was actually Arnim Zola who was able to splice Red Skull with the Xenomorph.
Don't these people have anything better to do with their lives?
I know, right? Which they just want to ruin everybody's lives. So damn.
I have better things to do than have to deal with fucking xenomorphs. I haven't even watched I haven't really even watched any Alien movies. Don't give me shit for it. I have my reasons.
Gotcha. It was a pretty cool fight sequence between.
Yeah, but here's the thing: I can't handle body gore.
That's fair.
Like body shit, unless it's animated. So.
That's fine.
Gotcha. But anyway, during the midst of this battle, right? Like, luckily, Captain America actually calls in the cavalry because to help the Allies, they brought in the good old invaders, audience.
Yippee!
Namor, Union Jack, and Spitfire.
You're gonna forget, man.
Don't do Jim like that.
Yeah, Jim Hamad too.
Yeah, where my boy Jim at?
He's in the background. So yeah.
He's actually the one who says, "Okay, invaders," and Cryptic did not bring him up.
I know,
Sorry.
disgraceful for the first
No,
Human Torch, man. Disgrace,
sorry.
Sean.
Look, sorry guys, I'm in another part of the world right now. And I haven't read
You
this
can
book for
still
like over
bring up
two
the
weeks.
OG. The OG,
Yeah.
man.
He's in the background. But anyway, it's all too poetic to know that the invaders of all people are the ones that are going to be destroying most of the xenomorphs. You know, I think that's poetic justice right there. And yeah, during the midst, we go back to the other main fights. Of course, Bucky defeats Zola, and you have the ongoing fight between Captain America Marvel against the Red King. You got ready for the fight, and they did add a nice little touch with Red King because they brought back his Dust of Death audience. Yeah. So he can now shoot that red mist that'll kill you and turn your face into the Red Skull. You know. So
I thought they got
yikes.
rid of it. They thought, people were calling this rip off Joker again. Joker Venom.
There is some similarities. So I'll give you that. You know. So yeah. Unfortunately, not everybody makes it. I mean, heck, even the invaders, right? Then there's this one gory image of like one of the xenomorphs shooting their second mouth inside Union Jack's mouth. It like literally chomped his whole jaw. It's like, oh Jesus, man. So yeah, this is a non-canon book, audience.
Hold on. What is Spitfire's powers?
Uh, Fire, levitation, and forgot what else.
The team has two
Yeah.
random flyer people.
Well, there's also
And no
Toro.
Toro? Disgraceful.
Yeah, Toro. No.
Apparently,
So
Spitfire also dies off screen. They can give her on-screen death.
That's also
yeah.
disgraceful, dude.
There's just a lot that they had to pack here, you know. And back to the fight between Captain America and Marvel, man. Like it was great. Captain America manages to, behead the Red King. Marvel gets dusted and dies, and yeah, everything goes great. Audience, you know.
Great for you.
Oh, come on. Captain America
Who lost?
avenges
Marvel,
Marvel.
Fury, Spitfire, and Union Jack.
Yep.
Disgraceful, man.
And Nick, wait. I know
Disgraceful.
you're. Hey, if it makes you feel better, Nick Fury dies as well. The OG.
I don't
Okay.
give a shit about Nick Fury.
Okay. They all get the hero's burial, you know.
Who
Don't
do you
let
think
the
I care about? I only care about like two, three people in this entire book.
Don't
Yeah.
don't worry, which they spit in our face right there. Because who shows up? Nick Fury Jr.
Oh
Don't
boy.
give
But
a fuck.
before we get to that, right? Damn, I wish I had the book in front of me because I know there was like a couple of good quotes that Captain America was saying here. Like, he was bidding his farewell to the rest of the
I can
Kree
read it for you.
soldiers. What was that?
I can read it for you.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know which
Uh,
quote specific in a while. So
okay, I'll do the one he's talking over the bodies. We're talking
yeah.
about how Fury saved my life. Not bad for a human. This is uh, Young Rog, if I remember the name correctly.
Yeah. The
And
Kree.
and Steve had to tell him Marvel saved us all. Not bad for
Mhm.
anyone. These good men laid down their lives for us, Rog. Let's make sure we
Yeah.
remain. Let's make sure we remain worthy of their sacrifice.
Okay, yeah, that's a quote I was
I
looking
don't know
for.
what's worse, dying from this bullshit or dying from cancer.
Yeah.
At
Hey,
least give birth to a hybrid xenomorph baby.
well,
I
at
will
least
give you that, but I'm
don't,
still not happy.
hey, don't let the fact
Okay,
that
no one
Marvel
tell
has
Batson. Shut up, Batson. No
yeah,
one tell him about what happens at the end of this book.
yeah. Well,
Oh, I didn't even notice this scripted. There's a spaceship where I believe this is a Vision. Jim having Vision and up
yeah.
there, and the ship
Okay.
is called Wayland Utani Stark. So Howard Stark is working with both evil companies from the Alien and Predator series.
Oh wow. Okay, go for it. The crossover. Why
Disgraceful.
not? Hey,
Bill,
like,
my man.
don't let the fact that Marvel has the face of a Nazi. He died a hero. So yeah, gets his over.
Disgraceful.
Yeah.
And I'm
Anyway,
blaming
so
you.
we cut back. And audience, you wonder why I had to go to another part of the world right as this issue came out. So. But anyway, the issue ends actually going back in the present time. We see Nick Fury debriefing Winter
Yeah,
Soldier. Yeah, and you see a couple other characters there. I think there was like a different version of Vision in this.
yeah.
He
I
looks.
think it's implied that it's supposed to be Jim like upgraded into Vision
Oh,
instead of
okay,
like, a
okay,
new villain. Um,
gotcha. So anyway, this was the point in time where they actually went to find Steve Rogers in the Arctics, and
yeah.
after a
That's
long
Barbara here,
search.
by the way. We didn't mention her, but she's here for those two fans.
Oh yeah. So they find this glacier. They can't believe he's still alive. So they open it up, and the robot takes out the shield, and he's like, "Wait, something's in here." And it turns out there was a face hugger under Captain America's shield.
Damn.
Yikes!
I think that's
That's
all it says. Like it's jumping at Vision, Jim Hammond. So like it won't.
Mhm.
It should have jumped at her. It jumped at the robot of all people.
I know. But really, the
Not
moral of
like it was
that
gonna
ending is,
affect him or anything.
yeah. But really, the moral of that ending was, well, we don't know if Captain America himself got infected because what was he doing with a face hugger under his
If
shield? You
it's still
know?
alive, it ain't affected.
Okay.
They died
So,
after they died. They pass on the baby.
yeah, that's about the best explanation you can get. But anyway, like the ending, it's good enough for it to be the ending of the story, but at the same time, it leaves itself open if they want to continue on with this story. You know?
I
Because
hope
I think there's
not. They
more.
killed Marvel.
I'll answer
They
with
killed my man. How dare they?
I
Yeah,
would be
which
I would be answering if they already if they didn't do that bullshit we already had with Aliens versus Xenomorphs.
yeah,
I'm Alien versus Avengers because
yeah.
like this obviously would have been like the next natural step from this book. Steve wakes
Hmm.
up, the Avengers are formed, the aliens think like crisis come back again, but you can't really do that because you already did that book and it was terrible.
Oh yeah, and they left the whole a good plot open about like, hey, you can have xenomorphs have their DNA spliced with other heroes and villains. But here, you at least got to see that with a Nazi. You know, it's a monkey paw wish audience. It's a monkey paw
This
wish.
will not be the
So.
last Marvel 20th century crossover we do because
Mhm.
I was supposed to do Fantastic Four Planet Apes a while back, so I'll make sure to do that next.
Oh, same here. Yeah, same here. Yeah, we're 2 weeks late,
I only have
audience.
like one new book coming out this week that I'll talk about next week, but
Mhm.
for right now,
Gotcha.
I'm gonna just do backups.
Gotcha.
If
But
they
anyway,
want to continue this type of trend where it's like a hero versus alien or predator or whatever, if they do
mhm.
Xenomorphs again, I'd rather be an X-Men story and between like the X-Men, the
The Brood.
Brood, and the Xenomorphs because they're so similar. I think they could be like very fun
The
dynamic.
Brood, the
Yeah.
Brood versus Alien. I would read that.
If I did
Hmm.
a war between both of them, and the X-Men are stuck in the middle, and they have to figure out how to save the world in this situation.
I would
So
be interested.
Mhm.
Austin, write that book.
it becomes like a force mission of trying to assassinate both queens to stop the automatic attacks and the target attacks or something.
Mhm.
I feel like you could do it. I feel like if
There's a
you want to do
plot.
the next thing with these people, that's what you do.
Yeah, there's plot left. There's plot stories left to tell in this audience, you know. And based on the
I don't know.
feedback
I feel like this is the type of story that's gonna get stale really quickly.
Yeah, I think if you do one more, that's stop.
yeah,
I'll just keep
based on,
at least take a
yeah,
break for.
yeah. I mean, based on the feedback I've seen from other people reviewing this book, everyone seems to have liked this book, you know,
Yeah.
which would surprise the most. So yeah, hopefully
It's
good
all my
feedback.
second face out of all of them. I'll probably put like Wolverine first, this, and then Spider-Man.
Mhm.
But it's
There we go. You know, so hopefully we have to see more of this. Anyway, guys, you ready to get on to the next book?
yeah.
All right, let's go to the next book, audience.
Okay, I'll
And
be
we're
right back.
talking about, gotcha. We're talking about Wolverine Weapons of Armageddon, #1, a lead up to Armageddon Assembled, audience. You know? So, yeah. Awesome. Did you read this book?
I read half of it. I intend to read the full thing.
Ah, okay, gotcha. So I'll try to remember it as best I can. I still have
I
some
can put
pictures
up
of
the
this.
chapter, so I can go over it
Yeah,
while we talk, in case we miss anything.
gotcha.
But,
So anyway, regarding
did you enjoy
Wolverine.
it?
Oh, I enjoyed it. Yeah. Got me excited for the next issue. Yeah, because of a certain character that pops up at the end. But yeah, so what's going on here, audience, is that Wolverine gets word from this one other mutant, right? Her power is apparently to track other mutants. I forgot her name. But
Bro, there's
anyway,
so many people that do that.
who is that one bald guy with the pale skin who's,
I think
who's
you're talking
supposed to
about for
get
the
me?
Logan movie. That's exactly what I'm thinking of. So
Yeah,
risky. I can't
there you
remember.
go. Yeah. I mean, he was in the Morlocks. That's all I know. But anyway, yeah, she gives Wolverine word that they're trying to bring back the new Super Soldier program, and right now they're taking in
Caliban.
mutants. Caliban, okay, that's the name. So, yeah. So right now they're looking to get mutants or powered beings to be part of this program first. They they have their eyes set out for this one guy. He's a baseball player kid. Apparently, he has some feral like mutation going on.
Oh no, I
So
did. Yeah, I sent you the pitch. I asked you, did you read it? I didn't read this.
yeah. So anyway, he gets kidnapped, and Wolverine and the other girl they're on a mission to go track them, to go save him. And while this is going down, we receive word from this weapon from the Super Soldier program that they're going to be sending in somebody to deal with Wolverine now that they know he's on their tail, right? And who has a history with Wolverine in the Super Soldier program? None other than Frank Simpson himself, Nuke. It's
Oh,
been a while since we've seen him do the red, white, and blue pills, audience. And as soon as he heard that Wolverine was going to be involved, he's like, "Pass me the blue pills."
time out.
Now,
So they keep doing this infantry Wolverine, okay, where the people with feral powers are running in the woods, but naked with animals. They got to stop that. Okay? His name is Wolverine based off the animal Wolverine. He's not a wolf. He's not a lone wolf. Y'all keep forcing him into the X-Men. Stop doing
yeah,
this,
yeah.
please.
is if you find a look that works, Austin. And we do see that kid, right? He's basically wearing the Weapon X suit, like that Predator helmet, those gadgets around him, and that stuff. So he's getting programmed to be part of the.
I like to call it the Predator helmet. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm back.
Gotcha. Cool. Hey, which so anyway, we just got introduced to Nuke, who's going to be part of this, and he already starts taking some of his pills. Now, remember, audience, each each of those three pills have a different purpose. The red pill gives him more adrenaline. The white pill kind of balances him out, and the blue pill calms him down. Calms him down. So yeah,
So
we'll see where that
crack,
goes.
whatever the second one was again. I blocked that out, and weed. Got it.
Pretty much, yeah. So
And
anyway,
meth is somewhere in there. I just don't know. I will be right back one more time.
there you go. But anyway, while this is going on, also a lot of other things are going on in this book. Because during Wolverine's search, he finds that this program is in the midst of like recovering some items. One of which is actually one of those origin boxes from the Ultimate Universe. You
Yeah.
know. So yeah, that's going to be interesting to see. Like they're already the government's already scanning that, and they're like they already know that whatever's in that box will give whoever opens it power. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they incorporate that. And right now, like Wolverine, he's looking for that kid who's right now out in the wilderness at the moment, right? And his search brings him to this one cabin, and Wolverine realizes, oh shit, whoever's in that cabin, he knows how to prepare for intruders because this guy like puts on freaking snipers and traps all over the vicinity of his cabin. You're like,
That's
oh
what
shit.
happens when you take meth, man. You get paranoid.
Oh, yeah,
What?
well,
Just kidding. I actually don't know the effects of meth. I'm just assuming.
Wait.
well, no, it's not.
It's
It's not Nuke. Wolverine's just looking for a mutant that was abducted and put into this new super soldier program, right? So,
hold
yeah,
on. It's not just superhuman program design. This time they said, oh, back in the day they tried to make Captain America all the time, but Cap's kind of old. That's the old stuff. All right, we don't
Yep.
need to make a super soldier. We just need to make an animal or some type of monster. And when
Mhm.
I read that, I was kind of mad because I was like, we just got Wolverine like a few years ago. Then you're not getting more.
I know, right, man. Weapon Age audience was too powerful for his own good. So anyway, yeah, Wolverine goes into his shed because he sniffs that the mutant was there at least. He gets through all the traps and he opens the shed only to find it empty. And what does he see? Audience.
Are you asking me?
Just give him a minute, guys. He's in another country.
Yeah, you kind of cut out. I don't know if you can hear me.
Bring up that picture.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
There you go.
guys, okay, you guys can hear me, right?
Take that.
Okay. Anyway, so he finds the cabin and he sees a cap shield there, and Wolverine's like, "Wait, that isn't Steve's shield." And next thing you know, he sees a guy in the background coming in with his partner with a gun in the back in her back, right? And it's none other than David Colton himself. He's like,
Fun.
"Yeah, I know why you're here. Just after another damn super soldier, aren't you?" Oof, oof.
I
Yeah,
thought it was
this is the.
still wearing his cap suit. I don't know what.
Yeah, I was like wondering that, but I think this might have something to do with the heart implant he has, because this is the first time we're seeing David Colton in modern times, audience. So I guess
Maybe
after he
it's
completed.
a haircut. I'm not gonna lie. They gave him like the red like full beard, but he has his head shaved really low.
Yeah, he always keeps reminding me of Demolition Man audience. Just
D-Man,
just
everyone's
there.
favorite. D-Man, star of the hit Lego special.
There you go. But right now, he feels like the grizzled war vet audience. Like, I'm guessing after he completed his tour of duty, he went off the grid. It's like, I do not want to deal with this government shit anymore. So,
Yeah, that server that mission broke him, man. So now I guess he's off for his own. Well,
yep.
a
But
man
he's
without
still,
a nation.
yeah, but he still wears the colors, which I find odd, and he still keeps the paint on his shield. So it turns out David Colton already had a confrontation with that new Weapon X subject, right? And wouldn't you know it, he actually frees him. I'm like, whoa! So you took on a new Weapon X animal and freed him and sent him off to the wild. Like, oh, okay. They've picked up some moves over the years. So yeah. So that's really how the issue ends. And we do see I don't know what they did to this kid already because okay, not only does he have the bone claws, right? But you see
His,
some liquid metal coming around him.
his name is
You know what
So
that reminds me of? It reminds me of Wire. WYRE. His powers kind of remind me of
okay,
him. He's a
okay.
bitch, by the way. Don't worry about him. Not important. He's an Alpha Flight character.
Gotcha,
But it kind of reminds
gotcha,
me of him. But I
his
swear
name
to the
gotcha.
gods, if this is Jimmy Hudson, I'm killing you.
it's not it's Tyler Torrance.
Yep.
He was
Let's
already
see.
abusive, and they grafted onto him antimantium. That's what I.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It looks
it's
like.
giving me whatever the fuck Wire did.
Mhm.
Back in the day
Based,
before he decided to do what he's doing now.
gotcha. Based on what we saw, in the future, in the cover of a future issue, right? It seems like their abilities now are that they could create armor, an exoskeleton around them at will. Because we do see
Yeah,
this
that's what
kid.
it looks like.
Yep, we do see this kid. He is in full armor as he's being held by a nuke who got an upgrade of his own, a red armor. So we'll see where that goes. We all talked about this with that teaser for Armageddon Assembled yesterday, audience. It is very likely that the next Superman figure we see is going to be David Colton, and likely whatever's in that origin box is going to give him a Superman level upgrade. So you're like, damn. You know?
Yeah, so you gotta take your pick. Which Superman type character and power is David getting? To be fair, it might not be Superman, but at least has flight.
Yeah, something along the lines of that. Like
I personally, I'll be going with Gladiator or Blue Marvel.
Okay, that would be cool. You know,
Give me more Alpha Flight. Give me a Marino one. Give me Wild Child in his purple outfit. Or in his black outfit from the 2000s. Give me that.
If David stays a hero, well, which the last two boxes are going to be hero or villain. So, well, one of the guaranteed hero, the other one's guaranteed villain. So, if David's the hero, that means you want another Alpha Flight power villain.
There are Alpha Flight villains. We can, I don't know. There's like Dream Queen. There's Master of the World, which I don't like, and there's like
there you go.
All Department H because they're fucking evil as shit.
Here you go. Give someone the powers of Master of the World. It changes. Make that guy's name is Master of the Universe. There you go.
There you go. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, you all know I'm usually invested in David Colton's journey, and yeah, Chip does have plans for David going forward. So, man, he's really going through the whole Rambo experience at this point, audience. You know, like he just self-secluded himself. He doesn't want anybody coming into his area, man. Like, and yeah, if he's packing heat, audience, he's packing heat. So yeah. That's really all I got to say about this issue. Good issue. So,
looking at the armor, I will say this. I look at the armor. I want you to know this looks very, very 90s.
We mentioned that when we saw that cover. Fire. It looked like something from what was the thing Rob Liefeld started? Image. I forgot.
Yeah, it looked like the edgiest version of Image back when Invincible first started.
Yeah. There you go. You know. So. Hey, they're going back into the 90s, audience, and all that.
Good luck to this character, because I think we all know Marvel has probably worse luck than DC when introducing new people. It's probably been 3 successes, and people still cry and debate about those. So good luck to this character. I hope he makes it.
Well, it's really the curse of a mutant.
You know damn well people are going to start power scaling him.
I'm doing it already.
There's always a curse of the mutant. Like, if they don't immediately hit it off the bat in their first appearance, like, they're just going to be a drop in the ocean compared to all the other mutants like popping up, you know? So.
They introduce new characters every day, man.
Scripted. We could have gotten a Darsky variant cover for this book.
Oh, okay. Sometimes I keep forgetting he is an artist, too.
I'm going to post it in the chat later so you can see it.
I'll send you guys a picture of Wire as well after this live.
Okay.
Gotcha. Anyway, all right. With that, it's funny that we were talking about mutants at the end of this, audience, because that's what we're talking about next.
Anyways, we're talking about the finale of Ultimate X-Men, issue 24. Yippee! I'm sad to see this book go, but luckily we get to see my girlies at least one more time later this coming up month. Anyways, it's our normal cast of characters, but we got a new character in the cast sheet, so that's cool. I'm not going to get into it, but all you need to know is that the only member of this cast who doesn't have a last name is Mori. We don't know her last name, fun fact. We know everyone else's, though.
Gotcha.
That's all I gotta say. Anyways, so it starts off with this person unlocking this capsule, taking out a pill, and ingesting the pill. And we see all these, like, weird and, like, fucking, I don't even know how to describe it. But all you need to know is that this person dies, allegedly.
Dang.
It's like a whole 9-panel sequence, and the last panel of that sequence is just like stars in the night sky. Anyways, not important. Anyways, so we cut to May back from a couple issues ago where we see this like mysterious shadowy void basically saying that like, oh, like thanks to you, Kageyama's dead. But it is unfortunate that Hisako was lost with him, but you at least gave her the courage to fight, like she needed you and all that stuff. But we find out that it was a dream, And May wakes up and everything like that. And then we cut to the other members of the X-Men, and they're like, "What? Have you guys seen May Storm recently?" It's like, no, it's like it has been a while, and everything like that. And one of them is like, "Come on, guys, even if our leader is ghosting us right now, like we have our mission and everything like that." One of them's like, "Fuck it, I'm going home, dude." And we see this mutant person with like the weird pill pendant thingy, before she leaves. Which I'll get back to that in a little bit. We don't know exactly what it is, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, so we cut to this girl in her class. She's doing a live stream in class, which is like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
You get better things to do, man. But anyway. And so then like some of her classmates are like, oh my god, I can't believe you live streaming in the middle of class. That's such a flex.
Do you want me to put the next picture?
What's the next picture?
I can't even tell.
Can you just go to the next picture? And I'll let you know. Oh yeah, that was from the dream. Just leave it there for just a quick second.
Yeah.
So yeah. So basically this girl's like, screw class, and all this other stuff, and then we see one of her classmates show this new character, Yoru. She's a mutant. Her skin is like shadowy, it's like a dark gray and everything like that. She wears all black. And everything like that. We don't know I don't know who she's supposed to be based off of. I'll get back to y'all on that later. I can't pinpoint who exactly. But she has been like advertising like this Galaxy lipstick, which honestly I would kill for a black lipstick like that, like a shiny black lipstick that isn't a gloss. Let's let you know, audience, I hate wearing lip gloss. That's all I gotta say. I hate wearing lip gloss. Not important.
Yep.
Anyway, so they bring up Hisako and be like, "Do you remember that armor girl?" It's like, yeah, what happened to her? Like, I heard she was at that battle at the diet building, the National Diet Building or whatever. But anyways, like Yoru is the star now. Like, I love her. Can you go to the next picture? I don't remember what pictures, I suppose. We'll just like leave it, honestly. Yeah, that's Yoru, by the way.
All right.
Yeah. And so basically we cut to some other classmates basically bullying this one mutant girl, and she basically scares them away and everything like that. But she has the pendant with these pills in it, and it's called Stardust. And apparently it's kind of like a suicide pill. Basically, you're guaranteed to OD in it with it if you ingest it.
Okay.
And apparently, like, someone said that it's supposed to make mutants feel safer. Like a guaranteed exit plan just in case. And some of them are like, oh my god, I want one. Like, I want one. And one of them claims to have one. But guess what? She doesn't sell any of these pills online. You have to be a mutant. So she only, like, deals it in person. She's basically a drug dealer. That's what I gotta say.
Dope.
Literally.
Yeah.
Anyways. So we do see a scene where this one guy goes up to her and was like, "Hey, are you Miss Y?" And she's like, "It depends. Are you a mutant?" No, because she doesn't want to get in trouble with the feds. Anyway, so we cut to Nico. She's like leaving a convenience store or whatever the hell. And so May meets up with her and is like, "Hey, I gotta ask you a favor. I wanted to see if you can read this like before." And gives Nico Hisako's like little talisman type thing. Like the little armor thing. Yeah. Okay, get past the fucking Spiderman ad I don't care about. So can you go to the next picture?
Yep.
There you go. So she starts to do a reading. And she's like, I can do what I can, but I can't guarantee anything, She starts doing the reading. She smells blood on it for some reason. But guess what? She's not getting a reading anything. But she has this necklace that has reacted to it. And May's like, is that Stardust? Like, why the heck do you have that? And Nico's like, the question is, why did it react to the talisman, and everything like that. And so May is like, do you think it has something to do with Hichan? Like Hisako, And so guess what? They gotta go find Miss Y. Guess what? They find her. And obviously Yoru remembers Nico, who goes by Grim, by the way. But, May has to prove that she is a mutant and everything like that, or she's gonna fucking dip. Yeah. And so basically they ask about Hisako, and she's like, oh, I don't know. much, but I know that my ex used to go to the same school as her before he dumped me and all that nonsense and everything like that. And before, like, we can get any more questions, Yoru starts to leave, and thanks to May's wind powers, she can't leave. But yeah, can you go to the next picture?
This is the last one.
Yeah, we'll just leave it there, honestly. So Yoru just like uses some of her abilities to like make like a big flash of light or whatever the hell, because she got a space thing going on. Like I said, I don't know who she's supposed to be based off of, if anyone. But before anything, we see the ghost of Makoto Amano, and he's like, Nico, you've summoned me. Like, Yoru has nothing to do with this. I know it's what you want, but you're not fucking ready yet. And before like Yoru can do anything, Makoto leaves, and he's like, it's like, I promise, like I can fulfill Hisako's promise, but it's not today. And so they're like, what the hell is Hisako's promise, And everything like that. But yeah, everyone's just a little confused and everything like that. And so May's like, I'm gonna go find her, Nico. Will you help me out? And so we go to a temple. That's where this picture is from. So May leaves some flowers by this tree, and she gets a ping, and she's like, oh my goodness, and that's where the story ends at the moment. And our lexicon is just a drawing of all of the cast for the most part, saying thanks for reading, and that's where the issue ends. So stay tuned for Ultimate Endgame issue 3. We are going to see our girlies again. I've missed my girls. I'm missing them. I have no more ongoing books right now. I'm sad about that, guys.
Dark period.
Which hopefully
it's a dark period for me, guys. I have to start doing shit.
Which hopefully Dennis Karen treats your characters better than he does mine. So yeah. All right, you guys ready to move on to the next book?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, and it's gonna be a me book. It's gonna be Captain America issue number 7. Audience,
They did red. It's covering me. They're like red school fees.
I know that they're trying to emphasize he's the villain, and I like them when Benjamin Percy was writing him. There's nuance there, but in Chip's eyes, he's gonna be the villain. But anyway, if you guys remember my last review of the last issue, I really didn't like what was going on there. Just too many characters being brought up, and it also felt like it was a forced fight between Red Skull and Captain America, right? But this issue actually turns it around. It was actually a pretty good issue. Of course, you see Red Hulk. He's like staring down Captain America and his squad. I'm not even going to bother remembering their names. It's just their names. It's just like a new version of Shield. And Ross just telling Cap basically stand away. Like Liberia's under my jurisdiction. They have like their mini fight going on, this and that, and I just this is going to be one of the first times in a long time where I actually got to give props to Nick Fury Jr.
No,
What?
no. I know. I let it be.
Oh, hey, I'll give credit to where credit's due, audience. So anyway, Nick Fury comes up to Red Hulk's face saying like, "Stand down, General," and Thaddeus Ross is like saying, "I don't take orders from a rent-a-cop." But Nick Fury Jr. mentions, "Yeah, I know exactly what your mission is. I actually spoke to Secretary Brooke. You're here for observation only. You step one damn foot into Liberia, and I'll have you out of line in Liberia, and I'll have a whole army coming after you." So I was like, okay. So this is kind of like what I wanted. Where like, okay, Ross, you could do your own thing with the castle, and Captain America and his platoon, they'll be doing their own thing of helping the civilians. So okay. And I did like the last line Ross had with Cap. He's like saying, "I won't stand by and let Liberia be a threat to America again." I'm like, okay, yeah, I like that. I like that scene a lot. So there's nuance here, audience. Next thing we go to like Captain America going to Liberia. It's been a while since he's been here and all. right now, everybody's just in a frantic spree trying to look for who's going to be the next leader of Liberia, right? You have this one girl, you have this one potential candidate. She's giving a speech out in public, and unfortunately, like one of her other rivals is trying to. A group of radical fanatics were trying to assassinate her, right? And this is when we get introduced to Salvation audience. That Dr. Doom. Let's see if I can
Yeah,
bring up this picture. Do you guys see the picture?
he looks odd. Like his
Okay.
design, his design is
Yeah.
unique, but it looks weird. Like I don't know, maybe it's art style.
I know, right? Salvation ends up killing the people that were trying to assassinate that woman. And it turns out that this Salvation guy is actually the rebel leader we saw from the first arc of Captain America. The one that was trying to go against Doctor Doom during his rise. So his name is
I can't place it right now though.
Marius Wolf. That's his name. So yeah, freedom fighter putting his name down to be the new leader of the country. Audience, how do you feel about that? So yeah, he invites Captain America to go into Doom's castle, right? And they even mention, right, like apparently this book takes place after the events of Dungeons of Doom because apparently uh, everything that was valuable in this castle already got taken. So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just confirm that Red Skull takes over the castle. It does make you wonder, like, not only does it spoil the will of Doom, whatever the fuck it's called, Doom and Dungeons of Doom, but
Yeah.
also makes you fully believe that, like, oh, these Hydra dudes and this Black Panther guy, he's not getting out of this building.
we'll be talking about we'll be talking about Dungeons of Doom next week, audience. I had to cut that comic out because apparently there was only so many pictures I could put on in one video at once. Apparently,
Yeah.
so yeah. But anyway, so Wolf is giving him the tour, and damn, this is like a villain pose right here when he puts back his mask on. Look at that. He kind of looks like that. What's his name? V for Vendetta image right there.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's kind of
yeah.
what he. I understand that, like, he kind of is that type of symbol of the people
Mhm.
fighting back, the country, but he's
Yeah.
successful. For one,
Mhm.
people don't know V for that dude failed because he couldn't light a match. Just so you know.
Mhm. Yep. I like his little quote right here, right? He's like telling Cap, I I've never minded being the bad guy, Steve, if it's what the people need, you know? Captain America's like saying, look, it's a slippery slope, Marius. You know this. Your people are dying, some by your hand. Cap, it's war. It's a Latvian war. I'm allowing S.H.I.E.L.D. in for your inspection, Steve. It's because Latveria should be part of the world. But make no mistake, you are not Latvian. If you try to impose your way on me or my people, I will remove you from your country, from our country.
I like,
So.
I can't argue with that logic.
Mhm,
yeah, I was like, hey, because they do this shit all the time, and it really does
mhm,
make me crazy. If you're going to another country and impose your will on them, of course they're going to fight back. You know what I mean? That's in general.
yeah, yeah.
Whether your will is correct or you're like more morally right, you don't live here.
Hmm.
And the moment you leave, we're
Hmm.
just going to go back doing what we're doing anyway.
Pretty much, pretty much. And while Cap is trying to, deliberate on like what the next move is right here, this is something I also like did with Cap, right? Because it's going to be the same thing he did when he went to Europe during World War II. You can hear all the stuff you want about the Allies and the Axis, right? But Cap wants to talk to the actual people of Iberia. So he sees this one woman and her son. He wants to get their perspective on what's going on, specifically with the new candidates who are trying to be the next leaders of Liberia, right?
He can
Uh,
speak
you know,
spirit. I hate this guy.
what was that?
I can't believe he can speak the country's language, man.
Yeah. Steve was able to speak Latvian, but these two people just happen to speak English. So yeah, she's basically giving her take on this whole thing. Like okay, that Marius Wolf guy, he could say he's fighting for the people, but it's a load of bullshit. I know that because I have a neighbor who is opposed to him taking power, and after he made it public, he disappeared. They're like, oh shit, you know? And she basically gives her perspective of like, look, you Americans are not used to having war be in your own country, like just being able to get out and risk your life dying. That's something that Solidarians do. Most of the war happens around the world, even though Doom was a dictator, we at least kind of felt somewhat safe with him. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just love how nobody.
If
I just
anyone
love.
that period when Doom was here, they were going to fight Doom directly. They weren't like destroying towns and stuff. So I guess that
Yeah,
saves you what about Doom and him treating them like shit.
yeah.
When they got attacked, he did do something.
Yeah, I just like that. Apparently everybody's just gonna forget the human meat battery factory. You mad, but it's what it is. Anyways,
We're gonna assume those dudes are dead, and no one cares.
probably. But anyway, this is when Captain America notices somebody's spying on them. He goes out and takes care of the agent who's dressed in black, and then you find out that he's like really taking orders from the other person who's there. Yeah, this woman who's also trying to be the next leader,
Oh my
Liberia.
god,
It's
bro! See,
Alina. It's Alina Von Doom, audience. Doctor Doom, Doctor Doom's daughter. You know?
that's what I thought that was. I thought that was Victoria Hand.
Nah, full red hair audience. Man, that just makes that whole thing with Valeria and Doctor Doom seem more creepy. I'm like, dude, you treat Valeria way better than any of your children, apparently.
It's
Your
so
own children.
so
He's like, my kids ain't shit.
Yeah,
Damn, dude. Like,
raising. What, I don't know. You don't like Game of Thrones, did you, Cryptid?
yeah, I don't.
God, any other show? Okay, look. You know Dennis the Menace.
Yeah, I know Dennis the Menace. Yeah.
Imagine raising Dennis the Menace, but the next door neighbor's kid is like the perfect child.
Oh wow.
That's how Doom sees his kids.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, look, there's a fine line between parental figure audience and creepy uncle. And to me, I'm seeing Doctor Doom as a creepy uncle when it comes to Valeria. How much he puts her on a pedestal compared to your own children, Doom. And Valeria, even you too, who has a loving family. Like.
And I promise you, if kids were smart Valeria, he would love them just the same.
Oh wow, true. Oh fuck it, man. In that the Superior Avengers book, right? Damn, Doctor Doom had his son go to a parallel universe because he failed him in that whole situation. Like, dude, what? Come on, a bit harsh.
Oh.
You had to go fight the annihilation wave of the future, dude. What the fuck is that?
I think they went out of their way to bring her back. She did like her brother before Superior Avengers. Haven't been used in a long time. And it does kind of fuck up the Valeria stuff in the sense of like Doom left the castle and everything to her. But if this one wins Latveria, she can just take the castle. So what the fuck were you thinking? You know what I mean?
I know. It's a real salty situation going on with the very audience.
I do think this is one of those moments where the plans change. Because we know that his whole thing was like his whole plan supposed to be different. I don't think she was supposed to come. I don't think she was supposed to be here.
Definitely. Like, Chip had no intention of including Valeria in this book whatsoever. So. Oh yeah, I mean the book itself was good, and this is kind of like the point I want to bring up from yesterday, right? This right here, audience, is politics done right in comics, and what do I mean by that? Is that you're getting everybody's perspective, like whether it be the townspeople here, or the rebel leader, or even somebody like Thaddeus Ross, whose whole motivation here is I'm not going to make this country a threat to ours ever again, basically. And that's one thing I love that Chip is doing, how he handles these sorts of subjects.
Apparently, it's her first appearance. So this wasn't who I was thinking of.
Oh, so she's a brand new daughter?
Yeah, I remember it was a girl who was kind of like his daughter, but apparently it wasn't this one. It's this credit her first appearance.
Damn.
Oh wow! So Victor Von Doom had one night stands, is what you're telling me.
Technically, he had. If you want to be real, technically he has 3 kids. He might have 3 kids. We have the dude he adopted, who got sent to another universe. He had this girl apparently, and then he then he has the baby that we don't know is either his or Tony's.
Right. Oh my god, dude. You're a creepy Uncle Doom. Victor, you are a creepy uncle, dude. Oh man. Yeah. Well, we'll see where that goes.
It's all.
Based
I
on
mean,
what you,
I'm taking credit with now what they're doing. The MCU doing the Doctor Doom Iron Man thing. I bet that kid that we both don't know who the father is going to end up taking both of those titles one day.
ooh,
Kill me.
there you go.
Old Yeller my ass. I don't care.
It's inevitable. As the house would say. So, yeah.
That's
Aside
Iron
from
Man
that,
and title one day.
yeah. But anyway, aside from that, I really love the issue. I don't know who do people think would be running Latveria after seeing the candidate so far. You know?
I think it's interesting they even gave him the daughter. But I don't think I ever said this on the channel. My favorite Doctor Doom love interest was Morgan Le Fay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Anytime they're together,
You just like really badass fucking like sorcerer women. Yeah.
I do. But David Morgan Le Fay is very good because it's the only time Doom kind of humbles himself. Because unlike with Reed, where he won't acknowledge that Reed is smarter than him, except for like in Secret Wars, the whole thing went down. He did.
Yeah.
He will acknowledge that Morgan Le Fay is better than that. And it's an interesting dynamic those two have together because of it.
Oh, damn. Yeah,
So
well, it does
I don't
like
think
that.
that he had a daughter with her. If this is going to be a daughter, I want to be a daughter she killed from him. I'm just saying. I don't know if she got this red hair from though.
We'll see where that goes. Yeah, we'll see where that goes, audience. But yeah, good issue. Man, this kind of feels like Captain America's taking a tour of duty right now, audience, going into a foreign country like this, and we'll see how that handles, you know. So yeah,
That's along the line. He had the whole thing with Coulson in the back. Then he got to deal with, he's gonna have to jump into the nuke situation. Then the origin about overcome up with Dad.
yeah. It's a lot to juggle, but hopefully he can stick the landing. You know, he's one of comics' top writers at the moment. You know, so
He has a plan at the very least by writing all these books himself. He clearly had some type of idea he wants to go to.
I mean, hey, I would assume if you're writing multiple books, if multiple books are being written by the same writer audience, of course they will want to have them all interconnect, you know? So, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so that's really it for my book. We can move on to the next issue, audience. Go ahead.
Well, speaking of writers writing multiple books, so DC Vertigo recently put out, as of like 2 weeks ago, this lovely book called Bleeding Hearts by Dennis Camp. You might have heard of him. Might have heard of him before. When I was first reading this book, I was eating, and I was like, I have to put down my food so that I don't get nauseous. But all you need to know is that the art style is giving late 90s, early 2000s goth comics, and that makes me happy personally, like goth and emo comics. But that makes me happy. Anyways, so it starts off with some survivors they're like, scatter, guys, scatter. You know, they're trying to like get away from the zombies. You know, and we cut to this one guy, this ginger kid, because it's always the gingers, guys. And can you go to the next picture? I think this was the Oh yeah, just leave it there. So we see this. I thought I put a different one, but we'll just keep it there. So
open.
Hold on. So the ginger kid gets eaten by a bunch of zombies in front of some buildings and everything. And so we cut to this one zombie, and we hear some heart thumps. You know, we hear some thumping. And yeah, he has a beating heart. And it's not supposed to do that because he's a zombie, as you can obviously tell.
Yeah.
He doesn't look human. Well, he kind of does, but not fully there. And so we see this one other zombie holding a pile of recently eaten human meat, and he's yelling like, Poke, where are you? Like, he's like, oh hey, I brought you some food. While we see this other zombie, he's just like covering up his like chest or whatever the hell, and he's this guy's like, oh my god, look, check it out, meat, yippee. And so we learned that this main guy, this blonde zombie, is named. They have weird ass names, okay, but like for them it makes sense. So his full name is Mouse Pokes Golf Ball out of Head Hole, but most people just call him Poke. And his friend is named, and I quote, I told you these stupid ass names. Anyways, and his friend's name is, and I quote, mushrooms grow up all over like little forests.
What?
I'm not calling that, bro. Your name is Mushroom now.
Yeah. He has mushrooms on his shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So there's fungi growing on his shoulders, and he claims that he can hear them, but like the guy, he can hear them, but whatever. And so, Poke, that's what we're calling him. He doesn't want to like eat any of the meat, for some reason, and he's like, oh yeah, it's just a satirical performance that I'm doing about the live ones. You know how it is. It's like, oh, I don't feel so good. He's like, that's what I'm calling it. And we just see his friend just like slurping up a finger.
Dang.
Poke is clearing his case,
Yeah. Talk about finger food, audience. Talk about finger food.
No. Anyway, so they leave like this glasses place or whatever, and they're just like walking around. Mush hands Poke a finger to eat, and he's not happy about it, but whatever. We see some of the zombies finishing up the rest of that ginger kid from earlier, like, oh my god, I love the skin. Ooh, yummy. I'll stop.
Yeah.
And so obviously Poke is like feeling pretty uncomfortable about all of this. Can you go to the next picture? I don't know what the next picture
let's see, right there. Which?
Cryptid.
Okay, what?
Yeah, that's the next picture.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the perfect picture I needed. Thank you. So yeah, everything flows from death. It's great. So we see this one woman, with big bazongas apparently, because that was noticeable, I guess you could say. So she's like running, she's hopping fences, she's going on top, she's like climbing the like cars and everything, because she climbs into like a car lot. Everything, she's climbing this like tower thing and everything. She's shooting the zombie, she's climbing up to the top. We see a zombie at the top, and rather than getting eaten by a zombie alive, she offs herself. And can you go to the next picture?
Yep.
There you go.
Right there.
Look at that. Mm-hmm. Lovely. Yummy. You wanna slurp that up?
Yes.
God damn, dude. There's a buffet right there.
Okay, so we see the aftermath of this from Poke and Mush, and Poke is like, hey, random question. Do you ever feel like continuous rhythmic thumping, maybe coming from everywhere and nowhere at once? And Mush is like, nope, can't say I have. And Poke is like, yeah, me neither. And everything like that. So we just see these two walking around the city, saying hi to all their zombie friends, and they're pretty popular, which is cool. Pretty popular fellas. We see a woman who got turned into a zombie, and she also has a steering wheel around her neck. We see this one guy who has a pole through his mouth, going like out of his skull or whatever the fuck, like his neck. It's pretty great.
Okay.
Great. I'm not really getting too much into the story because I want people to read this story and everything like that, but not
Go
important.
Read the story, audience.
Go support DC Vertigo, please. Anyways, so yeah, we see like some lovely people doing their things, everything. We see a zombie eating a bone and then using that as fuel for the fire, because you know how when you get hairspray and you get a lighter and then you could create like a large like fire stream. Well, he did that with his farts. That's lovely.
Mhm.
Then we see as another zombie who is only legs down, but that's not gonna stop him. Literally, his name is Legs Without Top Part, but doesn't let that stop him. I can appreciate that.
Mhm.
I can appreciate that, don't you say, Austin?
Yes, I do.
Cool. Is that how you want
I
to be
can
a zombie?
appreciate.
Just
I can
like just
appreciate
legs?
that too. I can appreciate that too. Just to bring that up. So yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, we meet some other lovely zombie people, and so basically, so Poke and Mush are like, hey, do you want to hunt the outskirts a little? And so they go into a empty grocery store, and everything like that. Poke opens up like a ice cream chest thing and sees a dead woman, like not a zombie woman. She's like a skeletonized woman with a baby in hand. They died. Want you to figure that out. And obviously, Poke is saddened by this because, yeah. Anyways, so they hear some chomping and chumping, because that's literally like two onomatopoeias on this page. And so Mush and Poke are like, oh my god, we gotta figure out what it was. They find a dog, a living, breathing dog.
Ooh.
And so Mush obviously goes after it and fails, but that's okay. Also, fun fact: each of them swapped an arm, so they each have one like really strong, thick arm, and the other one has like they both have like a skinnier arm. Just thought I'd let you guys know that. Anyways,
Yeah.
even
Okay.
though they failed in their quest to get the dog, they still walk out, like hang as buddies, and so they go through a forest, and they find some like a stone thingy, and they uncover, and they're like, "Oh my god, yes, the suburbs! We found a suburb, guys." Can you go to the next picture?
Right there.
Suburbs. R.I.P. Austin,
Nice.
guys. R.I.P. Austin.
Oh no.
Yeah,
We'll be
zombie.
back.
As it says on the page, zombies love suburbs. Because it appeals to them because of all the nooks and crannies and the holes and the inconsistencies. It was great. So they're like looking around and everything like that. Mush finds an axe and he's like, "What do you think? Did it belong to a zombie hunter?" And he's like doing like a mocking, like impersonation of like a potential zombie hunter.
Yeah.
And everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? They ate them all. They ate a bunch of people. They killed
God
like
damn.
all the humans. So we cut
Has
to a
has
church. Huh?
oh no, I was about to say, has the phrase "no thank you, I'm full" ever applied to a zombie ever audience?
No, I don't think so. Unless they were trying to like subvert the types of stories, but whatever, not important. Anyways, so we cut to a church in quote unquote Greater Bethlehem Chapel and Crematorium. And so we see one of the other survivors from the beginning has a revolver in hand, Jesus behind him. You know how it be. You know how it happens. I literally talked about a zombie book where something similar happens. Anyways, shooting the zombies are clawing their way in. And even though he's gonna die, he prays to Jeebus anyways. And guess what? Gets eaten by
What?
zombies. I literally
Oh,
just talked about a zombie story where this exact plot happens.
dang.
Everything Dead and Dying had a very specific scene that was very similar to this. It's always Jeebus, guys. It's always Jeebus. Anyway, so we cut back to Poke and Mush. They're just hanging out. They're besties. You know how it is. And everything. Poke's looking around the house and is like, "Hey, are we evil?" And Mush is like, "What is this coming from?" And Poke is like, "Well, we've pretty much exterminated the living. About 10 billion people.
Yeah.
And Mush is like, "Is that why you haven't eaten lately? Like some kind of misplaced guilt?" And Poke is like, "It's just like I've just been noticing things. Have you ever thought about these houses? Like people built these, like people that we used to be, man. Like haven't you ever thought about that?" And Mush is like, "No, I don't think about that, Poke. It never really occurred to me." like what we are was what we are. And so, we still hear like the thumping of the heart, because he has a beating heart. So he opens the door. I'm gonna go to the last picture.
Yes. Right there.
So he opens the door and he finds two living people. Yeah. Obviously they went into this house to like try to like get away from the zombies, because we can obviously tell that this lady has her leg broken.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, what is this pose?
Her leg's broken.
Yeah, I see it's in a stilt, or whatever the fuck it's called now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, you got to do what you got to do in a zombie apocalypse. I didn't find any fucking variant covers of this book, but not important. But yeah, that's where the issue ends. I don't know why I keep talking about zombie stories, but I've been doing that a lot recently. Have you guys noticed that?
Yes, we have. We've been keeping track.
Cool. Because next week we're gonna be talking about Phantom of the Opera, guys. It's gonna be great.
Oh my
That's what comes out. That's what comes out this week.
I'll read that too. So yeah.
What are we getting? The werewolf. Wolfman.
We're gonna get the Wolfman soon. We gotta just get through 4 issues of Phantom. But anyways, I really liked that book. I like their funny names. Zombie Society, I guess, is very interesting.
It doesn't feel like a DC book, surprisingly.
It's DC Vertigo, so it's DC Vertigo. It's not like full on DC.
Gotcha.
If that makes you feel any better.
Gotcha.
I just went to this book and on a site, and that lady did have big boobs for some reason.
Yeah, that one lady.
Everybody has different body types. Everybody has different body types, audience.
That is true. So, I'm not denying that. I've met people with big bazongas.
Wait, I won't lie. The only thing that annoys me about zombie stories is that, like, anytime someone, like, gets attacked by one, they get, like, ripped apart, and then suddenly they're, like, walking around and stuff, like, with no problem. Like, you'll see them get their stomach and stuff ripped open, and then somehow still turn.
Yeah, I don't fucking know, dude.
As long as the brain's
at least in this book, they got kind of make it work, with the guy who was only like half a body.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I don't know if this book is going to be a mini or like a full-on series, but we'll see what happens. But knowing my luck, it's gonna be a fucking mini.
We all have our droughts, so yeah. So, all right then. Any final thoughts before we move on to the next book?
No, but I am enjoying this book, and I feel like you should read this book.
Yeah,
I don't care about this book though. So
how dare you?
You don't care about Mutant? Wow.
I just don't really care about Cyclops that much.
In honor of the great white
fucking preferences, asshole.
In honor of the great white himself, I'll be covering Cyclops #1.
There you go. So what happened, Austin?
Is it the last book?
No, we
have one more
still
book
have
after this.
the end of the Spider-Man. So yeah.
Oh, so this book is the book starts off with an X-Men mission. People don't remember his team is Magic. Fuck Queen Choir, but he's here. And a few other people. They have like the psionic sound attacks and some other stuff messing up Magic and Quentin so they can't use their powers. Cyclops walks in. He gets some good shots. A laser shoot 2 people with a laser. Does a ricochet laser in a really cool panel that I don't remember if I showed or not.
Let's see.
You go the first picture. We'll see what it is when we get there.
So, want me to the next picture?
Yeah, just go to the next picture. I don't remember what it is. Yeah, I don't remember what it is. So, this is the last one. After the ricochet shot, this is the final ricochet, as you see here. It goes straight to the man's head. It didn't kill him. It nicked him, but it fucked him up. And I was like, that was a really fun. I thought it was like the full. It's hard to tell when you download page what it is, but I thought it was the full thing. But Juggernaut's late. He's like, "Oh, you imagine Kid Omega, y'all okay?" And so I was like, bro, we gotta get out of here. We gotta leave. And he's trying to talk to Beast. And they return back to the factory right now, which is X-Men HQ. X-Men HQ in Alaska.
Wait,
That's
which
right.
beast? Which beast? Isn't there
It's
like
regular
white
beast.
beast?
There's only one beast.
Okay, I thought I saw a white beast somewhere.
No.
in an
So that's
article.
when he saw the future thing, the future stuff.
Oh, gotcha.
So so that was the apocalypse stuff when Beast, Cyclops, and a few other people mind got sent to the future so they can know what happened. Beast for some reason had to like boost his mutation more, and he became white and long hair.
Yeah.
But here he's just regular Beast in there, and they are talking about their experience at X-Men and Cyclops. Like, I always remember fighting and stuff, and Beast said that's funny because I remember back when we first started and stuff, we were dancing and stuff a lot. Like, before the school existed, they were playing basketball, they're doing all the other stuff, and then the school became the priority.
Yeah.
We what are people? What happens now, and what goes against it doesn't define that Cyclops. And I think you're kind of forgetting that the longer this war that you call it is going on. But it's interesting because we go to Mount Mercer, and a man is experimenting on people, and I was trying to remember who this guy was, but he's I'll see if they have it in the book later. But he's an old villain who's returned, and he's one of the people. He's like one of the Sentinel people, but he's not Bastion.
Okay. One of the Sentinel people. Okay.
So he's one of the guys like who put some Sentinel stuff in their arms. They can shoot lasers and shit to fight X-Men.
Is he a young-looking kid?
It's not from the book. The book we read.
Okay.
He's like a actual older villain who just returned.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It was Pierce.
Okay, don't know that.
It's an X-Men villain named Pierce. He has robot parts and stuff, kind of like Deathstrike, the fight mutants. But he's experimenting on people he kidnapped and turned them into robot people. He basically turned them into we know what he's doing.
They turn into the Borg. Resistance is futile.
Some of them does like the Borg to be funny, but it's Sentinel stuff. He's ready to come back at mutants. If the experiment fails, he kills them and restarts everything and brings them back to life. And then he starts naming them. And the guy he just made, he named Tearjerker.
Okay. I personally wouldn't want to call myself something that requires the name to be Jerker, but okay, you be you.
Cyclops gets called out to the Essex State home for foundlings. People don't remember after he shot up that school, which is a crazy statement to say, but he did do that when he got his powers. He shot up that school. Him and his brothers ended up in foster care for a while because they didn't know it was him. This is before. No. That was after. So after the dad went to space, people don't know Cyclops' dad is a space pirate, man.
And
if anyone cared.
Cyclops and he's part of the Starjammers. You can look it up. It's the whole fucking thing. Cyclops and Havoc were was in Sinister's home. This is also how Sinister's disturbed this legendary bloodline, the Summers, and the other shit he be doing. But basically what happened, Cyclops got adopted from here to his new family, that's later when he lasered up to school and stuff, and Havoc got left behind. The person who used to run it called him out here to apologize to him. Apparently, you can go find this out in Classic X-Men number 41 to 42. That's how old this is.
Oh, dang.
But she apologized to him, and she said that's a lot of stuff you don't remember because people don't know Cyclops' power and why he can't control and stuff is because he had a brain injury a long time ago.
Because when he fell from the parachute, he landed on his head, literally.
Yeah. So she's telling him like, oh yeah, back then when people used to bully y'all and stuff, you used to just beat up people. You were just jumping. He was on like drop kicks to like grown teenagers and shit to protect his brother. And he's like, I don't remember none of that. He's like, I don't think you would. You don't seem to remember a lot of stuff when you're little. And she basically just breaks down and apologizes to him about everything. And I
Yeah.
really like this because people don't remember X-Men kind of lost their way when it comes to how they view humanity because they don't have any human allies anymore. And they never really saw the other hero community as allies regardless.
Well, they have at least one. I know they have at least one human ally.
Who
Unless
was
they
it?
get a divorce.
He's an ally in the sense of that he's what helped them out, but they don't go to him for a perspective of humans.
Well, they could have it when Krakoa was still around. But Marvel
Uh,
hates it.
Okay.
that used to be Moria, and then we saw what happened to her. She's a mutant now.
Mhm.
Look,
But
I'm talking about Kyle Gennady Bobier, okay? If they would have just used him more, we wouldn't be in this mess.
that's actually kind of true.
Uh,
But Cyclops
yeah.
get this moment of reunion with this lady whose name I did not care to remember. He calls Havoc to let him know. And Havoc's like, you should not be making those calls for me. If you were going back there, you should have called me and let me know. We were both affected by there. But the
Okay.
thing is, I don't think you want to take this thing out of my hand. I just think you wanted to be in control of the situation. Because Cyclops' thing is, people don't remember, this man's been a child soldier since like 13. All right.
Yeah.
That is
He was
true.
thrown on the field with 5 other kids and told and said, make do, take care of them, all that stuff. So he's been in control of the X-Men for most of their career. So he's not used to not being in control of situations. Especially since he first took control from Xavier when they killed him. When he died, they killed him again.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see them finally address their situation of Cyclops not being able to, I want to say stand down, but it's more like an ego thing, really. You want to put it like that?
Yeah.
It's low level ego stuff.
He can't afford to admit he's wrong, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. That usually how most of these X-Men versus people events go down. Oh, we want to do this. No, but that would affect one mutant. Fuck you. Oh, yeah, calm down, bro. We can talk about it. But funny enough, we get to see these. I want to call them the Reavers. I'm gonna call them the Reavers right now. I promise you, by issue 2, I'll have their names now. But they're the robot people with human skin and all the other stuff and experimenting on, and they look fucking gross. I don't think I got a picture. We got
I do not want to see a picture.
Oh well, there they go. It's too late.
Okay, well I'm seeing it.
No, go back. Crypto, go back. Right there. So this is them tracking this little mutant girl, and they see a ship. They're like, "Oh my god, is that the Avengers? It's a Quinjet." But the reason I got this picture is because this is the classic X-Men jet, like the really first one. Beast was feeling nostalgic, so he's been fixing them up. Because remember, he still feels out of time and all the other stuff because he's like from 20 years ago.
Oh yeah, that shit that happened in that one in X-Force, I think.
Yeah, because he's a clone of the Beast before all this stuff happened.
It's 2 beasts.
Yeah, I think Evil Beast is dead right now.
I don't even fucking know, dude.
But long story short, he was feeling nostalgic, so we got the original X-Men jet, the one that appeared in Dark Phoenix. If you've seen that movie, it's back, it's here. And they think it's Captain America. They think it's the Avengers of Captain America, funny enough. And I thought that was very funny. It's the Quinjet. You know what that means? It means the Avengers coming at us. Oh my god, I'm going to be able to fight Captain America. And
oh wow!
Like, and then they blew. You see in this panel, in the picture that got up right here, they shot the Quinjet with a missile and it started sparking. And he's like, "You idiot! You just blew up Captain America."
Wow! And you still demand that the Avengers do more to help them. Wow!
It's fine. It's fine. He's fine, guys.
And they're like, bro, if you just blew up Captain America, if he's dead or injured, they're going to send everybody after us. We're going to be fighting like the Hulk. We're going to be fighting like Captain Marvel. We might have to fight space people, bro. Who knows we're going to have a Captain America die right there.
Yeah.
So I thought that's like the only reason I got this panel, because I thought that was hilarious in that situation. Scott crashes, ejects. This is the parachute scene. He falls, cracks his head on he falls out, cracks his head on a bridge, and it loosens up his powers. So he got a brain injury that made him lose control of his powers, and now he got another brain injury that he gave him that now his powers are even more uncontrollable.
Yeah.
Because people don't know, if Scott was a perfectly able man, he'd be able to activate his lasers like Superman whenever he wanted to. He wouldn't need these stupid glasses. But that the final picture I have is him. He loses full control of his powers, and it's so much power he's shooting forward that it destroys his eyewear, and he lays waste to the full force. And that's the next picture. No, this one, whatever. Yeah, that's him shooting the force of full power by accident.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the next one. The villains see that light and they're like, "Bro, what is that? Is that Iron Man?" And they're like, "Bro, I think I can fight Iron Man. I'm just saying." And they're like, "Nah, bro, I've seen that red light before. That's an X-Men. That's Cyclops. We have to go. We need to tell Pierce what's going on,
guys."
Mm-hmm.
And they go to Pierce, and Pierce is like, his name is Scott Summers, Cyclops. And if we're lucky, he won't have his band of deformities with him. He called the X-Men deformities.
Wow. Damn.
And he's like, if we're not, well, he's like, hopefully that crash took care of a couple people of the full team. And if not, it looked like you people have to do what your jobs are. And apparently the girl here name is Blitz Tempo, and the guy name is something. I don't say the guy's name. Blitz Tempo is a girl with metal claws, bro. It looks stupid. But as the girl who's was injured and they're being chased down, she saw a deer. The deer let her rub her head, and then the deer ran away. And as she was running away, she tripped and fell over Cyclops.
No.
And she's like, "That's not a Mountie. That's an X-Men."
I'm assuming.
And I thought it was Nature Girl. I'm not going.
I think she goes by Armageddon Girl now.
Hey, we're not. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that edgy read thing they did where I'm not going for it.
Yeah.
I'm over trying to just let glue dry.
We are classic Nature Girl fans here. Okay, we're not going this revisionist Marvel history stuff here. All right.
Yeah. So in your eyes, iBoy still has his other arm.
Yes, he always will.
He has both of his beautiful eyeball-covered arms.
But I like this issue. It's a very straightforward one. You have a returning villain that if you along in X-Men, you probably know who he is. The designs are pretty well. I like Cyclops' suit. The idea that he's finally gonna have full power of his full control of his abilities does intrigue me. Well, he doesn't really get to do it a lot. So I do want to see how that goes. I do hope he gets the rogue moment where he can just, shoot lasers when he wants to, and he just wears the glasses when he wants to, and you don't have to wear them all the time. I think it opens up a lot of stuff.
It's a trademark after all, so.
No, then he can wear the battle and stuff, and just to have it, but this means he don't have to put his hand to his head, like the two fingers to the forehead no more.
He could if he wants.
He can if he wants for the flow of it, but I don't know, man. Well, when it comes to the X-Men, I do like the natural growth of powers more than the immediate huge jumps that a lot of characters have been getting. So I don't mind X-Men like Cyclops, who has powers they can't turn off, learn to turn them off. I feel like that's a natural progression of their character. The question is, how do you change their outfit and stuff to reflect that later? Which is always usually the problem.
I mean, it only took over 60 years for them to do that for Cyclops, but hey, better late than never,
Every other brother can control their power. Cyclops should not be the one left out.
For real. For real, Havoc, Vulcan, and whoever the fourth brother is.
The secret one. I forgot that we had a whole secret book about.
What the Adam X? Is that his fucking name?
I believe so.
God.
We'll Google it later, guys.
But alright then, Austin, you have any final thoughts on this before we move on to the last book?
No, let's go to the worst book of the bunch.
Any final thoughts before we move on to the last book?
No, let's go to the worst book of the bunch.
Oh boy, worst. Damn.
Are we say? Can we say that
So we're
Ultimate
talking
X-Men is
about
weak?
Ultimate Spider-Man 2020.
Ultimate X-Men is the best Ultimate book
No.
on all the Ultimates. Okay,
Woo!
And
it's Ultimate
I would like
X-Men,
to think the
then
sales.
probably
I would
Black
like to think the
Panther,
sales.
and then maybe
Now
this.
the sales will say otherwise. So
Yeah, because
Shut
people
the
not reading don't mean it's good. People
hell.
are just missing out.
Yeah, people
gotcha.
don't
But anyway,
understand the greatness of stories that don't have this fucking spider-clad motherfucker in there.
but anyway, this is the finale of this book, audience, and it's basically like yeah, their final battles right here, right? You have Black Cat and Richard. They're trying to get into the core of this tower to hack into their computer systems, which will basically destroy this empire. While you have Spider-Man, who's fighting off against both Mr. Negative and Kingpin, and then you have was it Harry Osborn confronting his wife, and who's now sharing a body of like what 8 other people in a Mysterio armor.
It just means the nighttime, the instant orgy. What's the problem?
One girl with like 8 other guys watching at the same time. Like, oh god,
Hey,
no,
hey,
no,
hey,
no.
hey, 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 Mr. Negative Sister's in here somewhere.
Gotcha, man. And so we start off with a fight between Spider-Man and Kingpin and Mr. Negative, right? And man, I love how this was a parallel from the last Punisher book, audience, because like in this book, Mr. Negative was like saying to Kingpin, "How would you like to make this a fair fight? Mano a mano between you and Peter, duking it out." And Kingpin's like, "No,
Now,
I want to crush this guy. I want my enemies dead," and all scores settled. Which is kind of like what Kingpin was doing with Punisher, right? He's like, let's put down the guns, Frank. Mano a mano, me and you, duke it out, fist up, bang, then
yeah,
Punisher.
bro, that's a human versus human versus human versus a man with the power of a spider. That's two real things, all right? Frank should have honored the 1v1.
Gotcha. But anyway, so Mr. Negative kind of lets Kingpin do his thing, and I like remember, audience, Kingpin, he has like these vibranium power up going on right now in his body. So yeah, I like when he goes charging at Spider-Man. Spider-Man uses the opportunity to web up Mr. Negative and just bring him over to get punched and knocked out by Kingpin. Like, oh, okay, that was actually really good. I love that panel. So yeah, now we get the fight between Spider-Man and Kingpin, audience. Yikes. So anyway, while this is going down, we go back to Richard and his unofficial girlfriend, Black Cat. They're going through all the security systems right now to get to the main core of this tower. And unfortunately, even though Richard has like the black suited symbiote, well, the stand-in for the symbiote, right? Apparently, Kingpin's been busy in trying to reverse engineer that. So yeah, he has like white goo. He has like these white particles that actually ended up becoming their version of anti-venom.
No, that's poison.
I got confused with the whites, Austin. So.
It's all good. It's just look at his mouth though. That's poison. That's a poison design.
Gotcha. The man, dude, like this was like, oh man, they were fighting for their lives, audience. Like Richard and and Black Cat. Like Richard was trying with all his might to stop the security system, while Felicia is trying her best to hack through the security as well. And we go back to the fight between Peter and Wilson. And I gotta say, Otto, you are the MVP of this group, man. Because apparently Otto, took some bullseye drones, used them as experiments, and he was able to find a way to create a device that would zap the power of Kingpin. That would take away his vibranium imprints. And keep in mind, this is the same guy who also created that device for Richard that will completely destroy Fisk's legacy. So damn. I expect nothing less of somebody who has the label of superior.
Shut the fuck up.
He doesn't even have that way. I think that was one of the worst parts of the book for me, because you really took away all of Peter's intelligence in this run. His change was supposed to be he just didn't get bit at the right time. He should not be dumber as a consequence of that.
Well, we'll get to the ending. Let's go a little more in depth of that. There's an epilogue to this, but first off, we're going back to the actual issue itself. Like, basically Richard lets the suit go all Venom out, Hulk Venom, as he tries to fight all these poison clones. And yeah, unfortunately, Black Cat gets overtaken. It's real gruesome, and Spider-Man's forced to watch this on screen because, like, Kingpin's taunting him, telling him, you know what I'm going to do after I kill you two? I'm going to bury the father and the son in opposite sides of the earth. Bam, bam. Of course, Spider-Man gets the handle and actually installs the device on Kingpin, and now he lost his power. Now going back to Richard and Black Cat, this is where Richard got his own MVP moment, right? As his suit is trying to hold off all those monsters, Richard decides this is a job for himself. He's going to be the one to save the day because he takes himself out of the suit and goes to the main core of his tower. Yeah, of course, he's getting overwhelmed by the poisons, but he was able to make it just in time to hack the systems. And yeah, basically all of Kingpin's dirty secrets are exposed to the world, and also all his finances are completely crumbled. So this is basically the end of his empire, right? Man, and it looked like it was done at the sacrifice of Richard. You even have Black Cat who's like screaming, "Richard, no!" And then after Peter finishes his battle with Kingpin, he immediately goes to find his son, only to find, yep, his boy became a man, audience. Yep.
Then a kiss ain't becoming a man.
Well, it's a step forward. So, yeah. They finally kiss. I mean, I was expecting just a fist bump for everything that Richard was doing for Black Cat. He's really helping. This wasn't just to protect his family. This was also to protect Felicia's family as well.
After he tried to kill them, get them all killed, sure.
It'll pay off, Austin. It will pay off at the end. You'll see. But then you have like this dialogue between Spider-Man and his black suit. Spider-Man is like saying, first I was terrified, and now I'm feeling kind of proud. Yeah, he saved the day, made us invisible to the world, and yet he's still going to get grounded again. And you see him and Felicia right next to each other, and Richard is like saying, "Worth it." Oh man, I'm gonna miss
Also,
this
it really is creepy. They gave the suit that mind to Peter when Richard was doing all this shit wearing his dad.
Yeah, I know it was an oversight situation. But anyway, so yeah, we cut back to damn, I'm not uploaded that panel. But anyway, we cut back to after the battle, right? You have Mr.
Negative, Kingpin and Mr. Negative.
It's just down to them two. Yeah, Kingpin and Mr. Negative, right? It's right down. They're the last men standing. Remember, Kingpin had his own Sinister Six, his Ultimate Six with him. Now it's just those two.
By the way, those are the worst Sinister Six of all time. Like, on record, this is the worst Sinister Six of all time.
I think the Sinister Six in Avengers Academy did more than these guys.
The Mole Man was not really part of the team. Mm-hmm. Mysterio was not really part of the team. Craven
they were all
did one impressive.
They were all doing their
one impressive thing and died.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Who else we have? Mr. Negative here.
Yeah. They all had their final boss moments and lost one by one. But
yeah, anyway, but that's the point of Sinister Six. You're supposed to be the gap. You're supposed to be jumping this man.
Mm-hmm. They've done at times, but yeah. So right now it's just down to these two, and Kingpin, his whole empire is completely thrown now. He has no assets to his name, and Mr. Negative uses his opportunity to use his powers to have Kingpin jump over the building. But of course, But of course, Kingpin grabs him by the leg.
Wait, it's the dumbest looking panel. So when Fist walks off the building, and the way he walks off, it's like just straight up walking and jump. There was no way for him to have to be able to turn around and somehow grab the legs like he did.
Artist,
I'm just saying he
artist
could have done a.
miscommunication. Artist miscommunication. So anyway, both Mr. Negative and Kingpin, they die.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Kingpin grabs the edge, grabs Mr. Negative, and he just lets go. So they both just fall and die.
Yep. So that's in the Ultimate Six here, audience. And thankfully J. Jonah Jameson and Ben Parker, they have the honor of putting that on their headline. Kingpin dead, the last will and testament of
It's,
Wilson Fisk.
it's really terrible that we had the Sinister Six, and my two favorite things that happened with them was
Yeah.
the Shocker, who was not in the group, and Bullseye being a robot.
I know, right? But but there is one member still left standing, and we see Harry going to meet her, right? So apparently, Gwen Stacy's still active. She's going over her schematics for her next project, and like Harry's like saying, "So, well, what's going to happen for us going forward?" And she pretty much brings up, "Yeah, well, there is still an us, Harry. But I'm not talking about me and you. I'm talking about me and the others. Because Gwen
So if you're
Stacy's
down for
dead."
polyamory, guys, like if
You're
you're down for
leaving me.
polyamory, pull up.
You're
Mhm.
leaving me for the forever orgy of these guys.
No. And then it isn't even the full orgy because apparently, like, it's only part of each people, you know? Like,
This is even
okay,
worse, Brad.
20% of each person made a full grown stereo audience, and Gwen Stacy's just 20%. So yeah, and man, as Harry's looking at this, right? You remember, audience, he has his father be the AI, the Jarvis of his armor, right? And damn, dude, like he just rips him a new one, saying, Okay, my God, she never really knew you, did she, Harry? If she did, she'd know that you didn't lose something. You lost everything. No surprise there, though, is there? Because this is what you are, Harry, a loser, a true born constant disappointment, my son. And I swear to God, if I wasn't already dead, the shame would kill me. God damn, dude.
I mean, he's right, bro. Like, I think that's my problem. Like, Chip writing this. I mean, with Hickman writing this
Uh,
book, man. There's clearly so much stuff he started and just never had intention of finishing. Because by his own definition, he was going to leave with 24 issues. He said it
yeah.
multiple times. People don't remember he did not even want to write this book. He wanted Chip to write this book.
Hmm.
So, like,
Wow.
there's some stuff he set up that's going to go nowhere because the universe is ending.
Hmm. Yeah, it's just sad, but it is what it is. So anyway, we cut back to Peter and Harry, right? And Harry's just basically telling Peter, "Look, I'm putting the armor down. I just need to take some time off." Man, he does not have a happy ending. Audience, Harry Osborn doesn't have a happy ending. And,
When does he
Bro,
ever have a happy ending? Have you ever
he
thought
has, he has the time to go get his actual wife, Liz Allen. Okay.
Gotcha. But anyway, so he's actually kind of asking Peter, how do you do it really? How do you get your life? How did you get your life in order? And that's when we get like a flashback to Peter and MJ, right? When MJ first found out she was pregnant, and this was a big step in their relationship. And there's just going over all this. Um, how are we going to go forward? And Peter's all down with starting a family with her, right? And funny enough, it's actually Mary Jane who, for a second time, audience, is the one who proposes to Peter. Like, because remember that happened in the last Spider-Man '97 comic, based on the animated series. Mary Jane ended up proposing to Peter, right? So I mean that was good, and I like this promise that she has Peter make to her, right? Look, I need you to promise me something, Peter. I'm pretty confident this is going to be the hardest thing we've ever done, maybe we'll ever do. I'm going to screw up a lot, and you're going to screw up. But no matter what happens, no matter what's happening outside our window or out there in the world, we have to be we have to be together on this. You and me against the world if need be, but always you and me. Okay, there you go. For better or for worse, audience. let that be the lesson of the day, for better or for worse.
Yep.
And so, yeah, we cut back to modern, to the present audience. You see that the Parker family, they come back into their apartment now, right? And yeah, it's great that they're coming back to their home. But like Mary Jane's also kind of like a little worried because yeah, technically neither her or Peter have a job. But Peter brings up that, yeah, Richard told me that Felicia's dad had several hundred million hidden away, which all went to her. So she graciously gave us a donation to get our life in order. And you see Richard there with a smirk, right, saying, "I told you, Dad, I'll put a good word."
Well, at
Hey,
least he did
sometimes,
something good.
yeah,
You just
often,
already spending millions of fucking dollars. This dude's shit.
audience sometimes being horny pays off, apparently. So, oh man, I forgot to flip to the other picture. But yeah, so now Peter and MJ the whole family's now financially secured. They get back their home, and I like how each story ends, right? Let me see if I can find those quotes. It's really in the last page where, let me read it, right? Peter saying, "I spent years thinking that I was missing something in my life. And yeah, I was missing something. The gift, these powers, actually were stolen from me, yada yada. I learned, but during this, I learned something important. And you know what that is, MJ? Something was missing, but it wasn't what mattered because I already had everything I truly wanted. I just didn't know it at the time, but now I do. So, as the issue ends with Peter on the ledge of a building with his family. Apparently, Richard's keeping the black suit, and yeah, he has wife with him, and yeah, it was a happy family ending, basically. So, yeah, that's how Ultimate Spider-Man ends, audience, with a perfect group family photo shots. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And just ore farming and exposing his family that he just hidden away to everyone in the world. Yeah, that's my wife
Well,
from home. That's my daughter
well,
over there to the left. That's my son right
Austin. Now they're free because remember that thing that Richard used to hack the Kingpin.
here.
The thing Richard used to hack the Kingpin's empire, it now completely gave them full anonymity. Man, nobody knows who they are now. You know. So yeah, yeah. Isn't it David? Isn't it?
Listen. Not
Yeah.
knowing Peter Parker is Spider-Man does not change. I can look up and see Spider-Man holding a woman and two kids.
It was just for the group shot moment, all right. So,
Oh, God.
yeah. Yeah. But anyway, so happy ending all around. Peter gets the gal, and so does his son, audience. So, what more can you want in an ending?
Good ending.
A perfect family shot ending. So, anyway, yeah, that's really it, audience. We reached the end of the video. What did we learn today? You know?
We learned that Ultimate X-Men is the best book out of all of them.
People, if Ultimate Spider-Man comes back in any way post Reborn Ultimate Impact, I will not be reading if Hickman's still writing.
I'll be reading it for the Richard and Black Cat stuff. So yeah.
What if they get their own book?
That would be cool too. I wouldn't mind that. See see Richard go on his journey of being a main audience. So,
anyways, audience, if you want to special live one of these days where it's just me and Austin talking about steampunk for an hour, let us know on Twitter. Or let me know personally.
Gotcha. Anyway, audience, that's it for the video. And yeah, we'll be see y'all next time.
Bye.
See ya.